The Aeneid by Virgil. On the 2nd of September 31 BC, heir to the late Julius Caesar, Octavian defeated the combined navies of Mark Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium off the coast of Greece. Octavian's victory at Actium brought an end to a long civil war that had plagued Rome in the wake of Julius Caesar's assassination, therefore concluding the massive power vacuum that was the Roman Senate. Octavian, now Augustus Caesar, faced the daunting task of reunifying and expanding the burgeoning Roman Empire. Enter Virgil. One of the most praised poets of his time, Virgil was appointed by Emperor Augustus to compose a great Roman epic celebrating the prosperity of the Roman people and the peace and stability of his rule. A state-commissioned national epic would be the perfect tool to provide the empire with administrative cohesion so that even the most distant outposts in increasingly far-flung regions would still have the stamp of Roman identity. The 12 books of the Aeneid took over 10 years to compose, and Virgil passed away before he could complete the poems to his satisfaction. But Augustus, immediately seeing the value for propaganda, insisted they be kept as true to Virgil's original manuscripts as possible. The events in the Aeneid revolve around Aeneas, a Trojan warrior prince who escapes the besieged city of Troy at the end of the Trojan War to found a new home for his people, Rome. In the first book, Aeneas is in the court of Dido, queen of Carthage in North Africa, and is telling her about the war between the Trojans and the Greeks and why he is searching for a new home for his people. Dido eventually falls in love with Aeneas and implores him to stay with her in Carthage, but Aeneas declines in order to fulfill his destiny. Heartbroken, Dido kills herself and with her last breath curses Aeneas, vowing perpetual conflict between Carthage and Rome. After sailing from Carthage, Aeneas then travels to the underworld, where he sees the shades of Dido and his late father Anchises. Aeneas' father emphasizes the great importance of his journey and foreshadows the future greatness of Rome before sending him on his way. The second half of the epic follows the Trojans as they reach Latium in western Italy, where they are greeted by Latinus, king of the Latins, who, hoping Aeneas is a man long prophesied to marry his daughter Lavinia, warmly welcomes them to settle. Lavinia's other suitor, Turnus, the king of a neighboring tribe, also vies for her hand in marriage, which sets in motion a long conflict. Aeneas gains allies in Italy, and after much fighting, the two sides agree on a duel to settle their differences. Aeneas in turn marries Lavinia and defeats Turnus, therefore fulfilling his destiny to found a great city in Italy. The Aeneid can in many respects be compared to the Greek poet Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, which Virgil would have studied in depth and likely used as the model for his epic. Aeneas' journey around the Mediterranean in the first 6 books is similar to the story of Odysseus in the Odyssey, and the description of war in the last 6 books is comparable to the story of Achilles during the Trojan War, as told in the Iliad. Like Homer's epics, Virgil's Aeneid gave Rome a unique origin myth and a sense of commonality across the empire.